have been here in Mauritius since yesterday, where we started off with a training that was offered by the ITC, the International Trade Center, on the trade map. Trade map is an instrument that was developed by ITC to help traders to find markets, but also to find all the requirements that are needed. It's basically a market intelligence tool for international traders to say where are the markets, where is the demand, the price, who are the competitors. So women had the opportunity to go through the tool. They had their laptops where they are now familiar with how to navigate the tool, which was very important for them, because some of them, yes, they are trading, but trading in markets that are not so difficult. But going forward, obviously, they want to expand their market, so they will be using this tool to expand their market. And I must say, it's very impressive to see the kind of sectors that are covered by these women entrepreneurs. We have jewelers, people who are working on gemstones. I'll make an example of the Zambian lady who is a jewelry maker. She uses what Zambia has, the gemstones, polishes them and manufacture jewelry. And then we have some lady from South Africa who is dealing on wellness issues. We don't really pay attention to, but what she does is she organizes retreats. People coming from all over the region, where she offers her services, and she's been able to offer online services to other African countries, which is very important. But what is key, what is most important, is for the women to connect. The AfCFTA is a big market. When you're talking about 1.4 billion people, that's a lot. And even if you present this opportunity to them, if they're not able to produce to the scale that will be needed in terms of the demand, then we are not doing justice to them. But also, we want them to think outside their country where they are operating. So it's been a very interesting a day and a half, 2 days I must say. And then today we had the official opening where the minister came to address the participants, and we then continued with the capacity building. I think key takeaways is that trading across borders is not easy. It is difficult, and we don't want to take that for granted. We hear this from the women that are actually doing it. Issues around compliance, meeting the standards of the countries, of the markets where they are selling, but also the rules of origin, which can be very tricky. So that is why part of our training, we focused on rules of origin, because this is a preferential market. It's not like, yes, it's here, then you can trade anyhow. You have to meet the rules of origin, meaning the product that you are selling must either wholly obtained from Africa, or a substantive amount of the inputs used are from the region or from the continent. So meeting those requirements is not easy. And then we are also faced with non-tariff barriers, and women in particular face a lot of those, endangering their lives in the process, which is why we are focusing on women entrepreneurs. So what I can personally say I've taken away, it's very important that we, as ECA, we continue with a step-by-step guide, writing it in a way that it makes sense to somebody who has not done trade policy. I have a sense that sometimes we pitch the presentation too technical for some of the women entrepreneurs, but the step-by-step guide which ECA is producing is going to help them to understand in a very simple language how to trade under the African Continental Free Trade Area. And secondly, we do need to identify the women that we can mentor through the process. Training is one aspect. You can't just train people and leave them. So it's important that we train them, and then at some point you want to track, have they, out of the knowledge that we've given them, have they scaled their production? Have they expanded their market coverage? So that impact, we can see the impact. But also the power of social media. I mean, some of the women entrepreneurs are young, and they said, you know, I just went to TikTok, I went to Facebook, and that is how I'm pushing my sales. So we encouraged even the older women entrepreneurs to start embracing technology, but also social media to sell their products.